Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly wellness education series. My name is Stephanie Hilgendorf. I'm your Diamond Wellness Advocate with doTERRA, and today we have roller making class. So excited. This is so much fun. But before we get going, I want to tell you real quick about a flash sale that doTERRA has starting on Monday for just 3 days, the 25th, 26th, 27th, while supplies last. They're calling it our Get Up and Glow package. It is a mix of let me make sure I got the right, because there's certain flavors. But you can get the MetaPower Recharge, which is one of our electrolyte drinks in the wild strawberry flavor. You can get the MetaPower Advantage, which is the drink, the collagen drink with many other things besides collagen, in the cherry pomegranate flavor, as well as the PB Assist Plus, which is the pixie stick. What some people have found that they do is they mix all three of those together in a very small amount of water and they shoot it back as their morning get up and go. But they're calling it our Get Up and Glow because of the different things that are in there. It helps your gut, which helps your skin, and especially the collagen and stuff. So it's $126, I think, for all three of those. And it's a savings of about 20% off of the already discounted wholesale prices if you were to purchase those individually. So that is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. If you have any questions or need any help ordering, that's you can go ahead and reach out or throw something into the comments. So today I'm so excited. We're talking about rollers. Now, why would we want to have a roller? So doTERRA has found that some people love just the regular bottles of oils, but that some people were also like diluting them with fractionated coconut oil or some other carrier oil, to make sure that like if they have sensitive skin, or sometimes the oils, because they're essential oils, they're not oily, they will evaporate or flash off of your skin, so you're not getting the full effect. And so by mixing with coconut oil or other carrier oils, it locks it into your skin and makes it more effective. So we found a lot of people early on in the doTERRA years making their own blends, and then doTERRA started making their own blends, and then they also started making pre-diluted roller balls that they would sell. So people, if they didn't want to make their own, that they could just buy them straight from doTERRA. So I'm going to show you how to make your own, kind of some tips and tricks on what to do, and a couple of my favorites are ones that we use on a regular basis. So some of the ones that I've created in the past. So this is one that I made for my team a few years ago. I made this cute little label that went it. It says "Believe." It's kind of a Christmassy kind of a smell, and it was one of those gifts that I gave out for the holidays. It's got some, cinnamony, minty kind of a thing. Just a fun smell that if you want to smell Christmas, or, any of the other holidays, you can mix it up and make it into your own little special roller blend. There's another one that I made where I had something that I needed to address on a skin issue. And so I had made my own blend of just DDR Prime. I just put a few drops of DDR Prime in a roller bottle with some coconut oil. And I just made a little, like, this is literally a Post-it note that I had written the directions on. And then I took a piece of tape and I went over it. So they don't have to be fancy like the beautiful, vinyl labels, stickers that you have here. They can just be something functional. Like I just put it on a piece of paper and I wrap some tape around it and you're good to go. Some of the others, there's some people online that will make their own blends. There's an emotions book that has their own blend. This one was the speakers blend. And so she then also sold her own little label stickers on it with a little sticker that goes on top. This is another thing that I love, is having the stickers on the top, because if I keep these in my purse or right side up, that I don't know, they all look the same. They're all black tops and you're like, which one is which? And you keep pulling out each individual one. So having a little sticky on the top is also really beneficial as well. Um, let's see, what are a couple of other ones? This one is one that my sister-in-law made for me. It's kind of funny. Apparently there's a song that is ABCDEFU. She made a roller blend. It's got spearmint in it, which is one of my favorites. It's got some other citrus oils in it, which is awesome. So you can make your own fun blends, whatever you want to like figure. So you can have fun with it. Like there's no real wrong way to make your own roller. There are a few different kinds of roller tops. So this one right here, you can see it's stainless steel. Another one of these, that's also a stainless steel. I had another one. This one is, it's glass. I can't really see. It's glass on the top. Sometimes you need to kind of like roll it a little bit to get it going, but this one is glass. In the very beginning, they were making them plastic, and it, sometimes you would find them leaking after you've had them a long time because the essential oils can start to break down certain types of plastics. So, another thing that's really cool that you can do is I have some of these, they're gemstones as the rollers. So if you're all into the gems and the stones and those types of things, like this is a crystal quartz. So like the, energy that goes along with the oils and the crystals, you can, make your own special blends with these crystals or the gemstones roller tops. You can also get some really pretty and fun looking rollers, right? So this one is just a rose gold, beautiful. There's nothing in it right now, but like it's just pretty. This one is a teal with a glass or a bronze kind of top on it. And then there's this one that's like a maroon. You can make these as gifts and give to people. This one's an ombre, like a blue to black, which is fun. There's this black to white, and there's this like purple one. I mean, so you can have so much fun with all of these different rollers. I've even made some. These are some that I made a while ago. Like this one is Clear Mind, this one is Chill, and this one is Open Heart. But what I did is I had the blend, and then I put, like, this is crystal quartz, which is known for helping with clarity and mental things. And so you put the gemstones in with the essential oil blend in there. And that one's kind of fun. And then you've got amethyst is very calming. So I put it in with my chill blend, some amethyst stones mixed in with there. And then open heart have some rose quartz mixed in there. They also make little gold flakes. I made a one for Christmas once that had frankincense and myrrh in it with some gold flakes. So gold, frankincense, and myrrh for Christmas, which was kind of fun. So many different options. So don't get overwhelmed. We're just going to break it down. Another thing that's really beneficial to have are these little orifice cap reducers. You can use these on your oil bottles. You can use them on your rollers. These are really great to have, and we're going to show how to use these. So let's get started. I'm just going to take my own like simple clear with a glass roller ball, black top, no frills. We're going to make a like a homework helper or a study blend. So if you have anything, or if you're focusing at work, we talked about this one last week when we did our back to school class, where we have rosemary, wild orange, and peppermint. So what you do is you just figure whatever drops you want in each one of, I think last week we talked about this one being like 10 drops each in there. We're going to go ahead and drop 10 drops of each of these. So this one is peppermint, and you're just going to drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Then we have our rosemary. We're going to drop 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one's a bit strong. You can already tell right here how much oil is in there. So we're going to put the wild orange in there. It'll be about maybe a quarter of the way full. So that's, pretty fair. For an adult, you could go anywhere from like half of the bottle down to like a third of the bottle and then fill the rest with the carrier oil. But for if you are using this for like a little one, you may want to cut these in half. Now, our new oil bottles have a different cap on them. If you can see, it's a little bit above the top. See, where the other ones, it's flat. The reason why they did this is because the especially the citrus oils would come out really, really fast and there was no way to control it. So this new cap makes these drops more consistent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whereas before, I was all about like, oh shoot, hold it back, right? And I just realized, give me just a hot second. I'm going to pause my recording because I forgot my carrier oil. Okay, we have our fractionated coconut oil. Now, normally it comes just like this, just a regular little cap. But you can buy, and this I recommend, if you're going to do your own roller blends, get one of these. It is a FCO pump, a pump from FCO bottle, FCO fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated means the fat has been removed, so it becomes liquid at room temperature, and it takes on whatever smell you add to it. So I add the little pump bottle to the top. So I have my oils here. They're all together, and I'm just going to use my little pump bottle to get it to go all the way to the top. Because if I didn't have this little pump bottle, I'd be sitting here with this big old bottle and it starts to get all over the place. Now, you then take the cap, the top, you put it here. What I don't want you to do is to push down on the top, because sometimes, depending on the quality or whatever you get, you could break that little seal on the top. So you're going to push both fingers on the side and push it down. But now that's where this thing comes into play. This can help you. So you put it down, it goes over the top of the ball, but there's a little lip right there that it sets on. And you can just drop it. You can just push it down. So then you hear it kind of click into place. We are good to go. You put the roller cap on the top, you shake it up, and you're good to go. Now, how do you remember what's in this? I'm so glad you asked. You can, again, write it on a Post-it note, wrap some tape around it. I like to buy these little guys. You can't really see it. It looks like a blank sheet of paper, but it has all of these little white stickers on it. So I'm going to do homework. Just wrote homework right there on the little sticker. And I'm going to put it right here on the top. Homework, homework. I mean, you just write it on there. And then if you want to do it again, you then put it on the side right there. You could make your own little vinyl label on your Cricut, or you could, like I said, write it on a piece of paper, wrap some tape around it. All of those work well. Something else that you could do, doTERRA also has, and this is a limited time offer, carrier oil. If you have sensitive skin, this is a great carrier oil as well, but this one comes with a nice dropper top already. You can just kind of drop it like that. You could put a lot of, just works out really well that way. So that's another option if you wanted for a sensitive skin carrier oil. I'm actually going to use this one in my next little blend that we're going to do. So the next blend that we're going to do is one that we use a lot in our house. We use this in a roller. We use this in, I pre-prepare it in, I put it all together and I put it in an empty dropper bottle like this, and we can take it internally, but it's our flute blend. So flute, it used to be known as Flume because Melaleuca and tea tree. It's the same thing, but we call it now tea tree because that's what everybody knows it at. But this is basically our immune boosting blend. I also add an extra tea at the end for time. So one of my favorites, which roller are we going to use today? We are going to use this guy. We're going to use this guy right here. We are going to take our roller. Actually, I'm going to use the purple one because the purple one you can kind of actually see through. Now, this one, we put the roller on it already as we're storing it because we didn't want to mix them up. Sometimes they don't mix well. This thing right here, you put right in between the top and the bottle, and you push it in, and the top comes off. So if you want to refill the same bottle again, you can do that. So what we're going to do now, the recipe is 1 part oregano to 2 drops each of On Guard, lemon, frankincense, tea tree, and thyme. So if we're going to spell it out, flute. F, frankincense. L, lemon. O, oregano. O, on guard. T, tea tree, and T, thyme. We're going to do it in order of the flute. That's what we're going to do. So because we have 6 oils that we're using here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do 6 drops each of all of the main oils, except for oregano, where we're only going to do 3. So frankincense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can also eyeball it, and if you want to do more, you can go back round again. Lemon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, that one comes out a little bit faster. Now we have oregano. This one's strong. We don't need anything more than like 3 drops of oregano in here. So ready, oregano, and it can be a little bit thicker. 1, 2, 3. Then we have our on guard. We're going to do 6 of our on guard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have our tea tree. I got some of these that have the new caps on them. They're kind of cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that was interesting. There we go. And then we have thyme. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can see in the bottom how far up that is. I think that that is plenty. I think that that is sufficient. If you're the kind of person that needs more, you can definitely go back around and do it again if you want to fill the oil up to like a third or half, or if you want to do less because you have an infant or something like that. Now, because this one has some very, very strong spicy oils like oregano, thyme, and on guard, you can definitely want to dilute that down. But I'm going to use this sensitive skin carrier oil with it just to have some extra little help and support there. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to keep dropping it until I get all the way to the top. It takes a little bit of extra time, but this is a smaller bottle. The sensitive skin is. Another thing that we can do, so if you have an essential oil that it just keeps like this reducer, this little cap thingy on the top doesn't seem to be working well. I actually got the sensitive skin carrier oil on the bottle because, you know, I'm clumsy that way. So if you want, like if something's wrong with the cap there, I'm going to show you another thing really quick on how you can get the oils out if you want a little bit more control over what oils want to come out. So this one, it's getting a little opaque at the top. So I'm going to eyeball it on the inside so we don't overdo it. Almost done. Yeah, you can't really see. It's all, there we go. Beautiful. Then we're going to take our roller ball, going to use our cap, push her down our thingy. And then we have our beautiful gray cap that goes on top. Shake that bad boy up. This can be used on your spine, on your feet. We've also used this in our household when we have a sore throat on our throat, and then we use copaiba over the top of it, definitely with some carrier oil, some coconut oil. Again, anytime you have any of these or these regular bottles and you need to take the cap off, there's 2 different ways. You can use this little guy again. They've got a big one for the big bottles, small one for the small bottles. If you have like a sample bottle that you want to get the cap off of and reuse it, you can use this, pop that top right off. Or another way that I've done it before in the past, let me just push that back down. This is another way you can get it in a jam. Take the cap that it is with it, and you just pop the top off there. So there's a couple of different ways that you can get those caps off. Now, if you need to get that cap off and you want to just, you know, you really are trying to be very specific with how much oil you get in there without counting drops, they make these little pipettes. This is a bigger one, but they also make them very small. But they have on here 1 milliliter, 2 milliliter, 3 milliliters. So you could, bring the oil up until where it says 1 milliliter right here, and then use that to drop it in the rollers. So that way you have the exact amount. If the drops start coming out or they look like they're a little bit different in size, that you can use those pipettes if you wanted to do that. So we now have our flute and we have our homework helper. I'm going to show you real quick where to find all of these supplies or some of these supplies on doTERRA's website and what I do when I'm searching for a specific blend for a specific reason. Google is an amazing thing, I'm just saying. So over here, we just went to doTERRA.com. We're going to go to shop. You're going to go down to diffusers and accessories. In the diffusers and accessories that split up, you have the diffusers on one side, accessories on the other. You're going to click on accessories. Then here, you're going to have all the supplies that you need. You have a 6-pack of roller bottles. You have the bottles, they're amber, so they're that brown color, which, we want to have, if you're going to have those in the sun, you don't want to have the sun, you want to have that barrier of the color on it if you know you're going to be using it outside. 10 milliliter roller bottles. And then you can do the spray bottles too. And then if you wanted to have a child resistant cap on your regular bottles, that's something there. Here's that FCO pump bottle. It's only $2.50. Like, so worth it. And when you're done with one FCO bottle, you can just transfer it onto the other. Then we have this orifice remover. So that orifice reducer, the orifice, that's what that thing is called, that little white part of the oil bottle. You can remove that. So that's what that is that I just showed you that I used. And then you have cap stickers. So another thing that I've done in the past is every single oil that I've used in a specific blend. So like this flute blend that I just did, I'll put a sticker of each and every one of those on the outside of that roller bottle. So that's one thing that you can do as well. And then here's the pipettes. These are smaller ones. So there's a pack of 50 for $2.75. And you could just have, when you're done using it, you just throw it away. They're meant to be disposable, but you could reuse them if you wanted to. It's just hard to clean them out. So you could just, this is my On Guard one, this is my oregano one, or whatever. But using the same way as what you would use the other pipette that I just showed you. So that's where we have some of the supplies. And then there's the blend stickers. If you use any blends in your own personal rollerball making use. Then what I do when I'm trying to figure out, oh shoot, I need a roller blend for, let's see, roller blend, doTERRA. I'm just looking for any type of roller blend, right? I like to go to where it says images. And you have a lot of these DIYs. You can even say DIY roller blend. Here's one for clear airways. You can put breathe, lime, eucalyptus, and frankincense in there. There's all sorts of great options, kids roller blend remedies. A lot of these go to other people's like websites and things. But there's just a lot of really great options. So if it takes you to their website to buy the oils there, just go on to doTERRA.com straight directly. But this is just a great option of some of the roller blend recipes that people have out there, and we all learn from each other. These ones are a bit stronger than what we made here today, but it's totally doable. An Owie blend with lavender, melaleuca or tea tree, and frankincense. Sleepy time with lavender and frankincense. Winter wellness blend. This is kind of what we use. Lemon, On Guard, melaleuca or tea tree, oregano, frankincense. I always like to add thyme to that blend. Seasonal support. So this is our, allergies. Lemon, lavender, peppermint. So all sorts of amazing options online. There are a lot of things. So if you have a specific thing that you're looking to support, you can make sure that you put that in your search. Google is an amazing resource. And then always, if you have any questions, you can always come to me as well. So any questions about roller blends and how to make them? Throw them in the comments, or, when you're watching the replay, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'll make sure to answer them. But that's it for us today. I hope you all have an amazing day.